Hello, my name is Nathan McDonald. I'm with the Keiretsu Forum, and I'm on the SNS Advisory Board and FiReStarter, and we're here today at the 2014, our 12th year of the Future in Review Conference, and we're interviewing our FiReStarters, and very pleased to have Lori Steele Contorer with us. Thank you, Lori. Congratulations on being a FiReStarter this year. If you could, just tell us a little bit about Everyone Counts, and how you guys came up with the idea and kind of the genesis of that innovation that came to be the company that it is today.
Sure. So thank you. I'm excited to be here. I'm honored to be a FiReStarter. Everyone Counts was founded for the purpose of ensuring that every voter in every democracy has the ability to vote privately and independently, and that each ballot is secure and auditable. And the goal really was to bring state-of-the-art technologies that were already being used in other industries to voting. If you think back to hanging chads and butterfly ballots in the 2000 election, there's really no industry in the world that is a high-integrity industry that would tolerate that kind of mediocrity in process and technology. And there is no clear leader in this $31 billion industry. So I decided that if you can both create a billion-dollar company and raise the standard using perpetually state-of-the-art systems, then not only is that a good idea for a business, it's a great idea for the world.
So Lori, when you talk about voting and you talk about software, that can scare a lot of people because software can be manipulated. But can you talk about where the technology's come to where you have the confidence in being able to do a software-delivered voting solution that people can be confident in?
Sure, absolutely. So what's great is this generation of software can easily be a combination of the most accessible and the most secure and reliable system. Software today is extremely auditable. Software is also, it can be transparent. What we've done at Everyone Counts is bring together a combination of election administration experts and technology experts, people that have worked at eBay and at Amazon and Microsoft, so people who knew how to build mission critical systems, the FAA, and bring that to elections through the combination of election administration expertise and technology expertise.
So you've got a utility-grade solution that hopefully all the stakeholders feel confident in, and both sides of the political parties are going to agree, won't be manipulated by the others in whatever way they may hope to.
Well, what's really interesting about that is they actually don't have to trust us. Our software is transparent. We allow it to be audited by anyone that the customer would like it to be audited by. We've had it audited and locked down before each election, and then surprise snapshots taken during the election, and then audited again after the election. So the trust is not required. And one of the critical things about elections, and really about any high integrity process, is that the human process is as important as the technology. And we combine both auditable human process and military-grade security.
So where are we in the evolution of electronic voting? Obviously, we're a bit better than we were with the hanging chads, but in some communities, we certainly still have a long way to go. Some states and some countries are much more progressive and are leading the way, and there's probably more and more of those every day. So can you talk about some of the customers and the states and countries you're working with that are setting the pace for this?
So absolutely, and what we've done is listen to the customers and give them in this software platform exactly what they need to deliver what it is they're trying to deliver. Whether it's greater access or greater security, the customers can come to us. If it's a paper trail, we have a paper trail. If it's all digital, we have all digital. So we're not trying to fit the whole world into one specific spec sheet. And so countries like Bosnia, Canada, Australia, the UK have all used our systems for voting. In the United States, we work in Arizona, in Alabama, in Utah, in Colorado, Chicago. So most customers started to use our systems for the most severely disenfranchised voters because a digital election made more sense. People overseas, people in the military, people with disabilities. And once they begin to see how simple it is, how auditable it is, then they want to expand it to all voters. Almost immediately. And so we're seeing an expansion of voting from niche populations to all voters, and we're also seeing an expansion of our product platform, which isn't just voting, it's registration, it's electronic poll book, it's voting, it's tabulation, it's auditing. So customers can choose where they want to jump in and how quickly they want to expand.
That was going to be my next question in terms of the, beyond just the time and date of casting your ballot. at the box.
Mhm.
How does your technology allow the democracy to function better in terms of participation, whether it's, you know, local city council elections all the way up to, you know, presidents of countries? Can you talk about kind of your guys' vision for how you see that market evolving over the next few years and
Sure.
your guys' ability to help that happen?
Yeah, so we can help every step of the way. And we created a software platform, a software as a service-based platform, which is unique in the industry for two reasons. One, it's smart to do it that way. It's a good pricing model and it's a great service model, but mostly a software as a service model allows for the system to be perpetually state-of-the-art. So current technologies used in voting are antiquated. They're 30-year-old touchscreen machines and they're 50-year-old scanners, and it's not okay to have high-integrity processes on such antiquated systems. And so, and those systems always reach end of life.
Yeah.
And you discover that when you have an election fail. So that's not a good model.
Yeah.
If instead you use a SaaS model, then you can have perpetually state-of-the-art all the time naturally, since it's perpetually.
Yeah.
But also the customers don't have to, so we never reach end of life, but when their current systems do reach end of life, whether it's registration or poll books or voting or auditing, they can say, okay, now I want to go to the next generation with this module. And we can integrate with all of the legacy systems, or they can replace everything at once. So we give them choice, and that's critical for change.
And so who is your customer then as you guys are interacting in the marketplace? I imagine anytime you're dealing with government organizations and political groups, you know, figuring out who the customer is, and you have so many different people that you have to make sure you keep apprised of what you're doing, that participate in the process,
Right.
really from the ground up.
Yep.
You know, how do you guys set up your business to be able to get the traction that you've got today?
Well, it's really important, and that's one of our competitive advantages, because the customer can vary greatly from place to place. So in some places, the customer is a city, in some places a county, in some places a state, in some places a country. And we know the market well enough and we know the people well enough to know who are going to innovate and who are going to follow. We know when the budgets are due, and so we speak to the right people at the right time, and we talk specifically about solving their problems. So we have all of the above as customers: cities, states, countries, counties, and we also have private organizations. So the market, the elections market, is about $31 billion, about half government, a little more, and about half, a little less, private sector. So that's shareholder votes and labor unions and associations and places like the Academy Awards and the Emmys, who are both our customers.
Okay.
So everything from universities to shareholders to the country of Saudi Arabia.
So we're here at the FiRe conference this week. What is the message you're hoping to get out? What are you trying to gain from the conference here, from the attendees as well as the folks that are watching online?
So I'm really excited to be here because this is a group of people who are visionary and innovative, but doing things that are necessary for the world today. And I think that it's important that everyone counts is seen in that same light. So we're not, while we're visionary in what we're delivering for customers, it's not the future of voting, it is the present of voting. And I think that's one of the great things about FiRe, is that they don't talk about what might happen someday, they talk about what's happening now, that some people think is quite long-term and visionary, but those who are really implementing can do it today. So people look at our next generation voting systems and they say, oh, someday that'll happen. And I'm here to say that it's happening today, and it should be happening more and more today.
Well, congratulations on all your success. Your passion definitely comes through for this, and very excited to work with you and see what we can do this week.
Thanks so much, Nathan. I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.